What's going on, guys? It's JAHRONMON back at it again with another episode of NBA Kicks, the show where we count down the top 10 best sneakers in the NBA every single week of the season, except for the past couple of weeks because obviously I haven't been uploading any new episodes. Don't worry, guys, the show is not dead. What happened was I went back home for a family wedding, and then when I got back from there, it was the holidays, so everything was super chaotic. And then I got sick, and then I wasn't getting any better, and now I'm back to making episodes every single week for you guys. Again, I appreciate everyone's patience. These 10 sneakers that I got for you today, though, they're actually really important because the selection of sneakers that I was able to choose from was much larger than I normally choose from because obviously we're making up time for multiple weeks, so these 10 kicks that you're about to see are kind of better than the other ones from a week-to-week basis. But I'll let you guys be the judge of that. Welcome to another episode of NBA Kicks. Starting off the list at number 10, we have Jamal Murray with the New Balance two-way V2. Now, the two-way V3s have been one of the more surprising sneakers of the season so far for me. I really like how they look, and I've been playing in them as well, and I have to say they've been performing pretty good on the court as well. But Jamal Murray rocks last season's version in a custom colorway, which I think you guys already know is my cup of tea. This custom honors the late Kobe Bryant with a portrait on the right side alongside his logo and some other graffiti-inspired graphics throughout, while the entire custom sits on a purple color scheme, which completes the overall look. Now, the real reason why I love this colorway is no, not because it's a Lakers color scheme, and no, not because it honors Kobe Bryant, which, again, I love both of those things. But I love this colorway because it is done by Brianna Berry, who is one of the few female customizers in the shoe customizer world. So you guys already know I gotta give props where props is due, and Brianna, props is due. Next up at number 9, we have Kelly Oubre with the Converse All-Star BB Shift. Over the past couple of years, Kelly Oubre has been a regular on NBA Kicks and has even rocked some of my favorite sneakers that I've ever featured on the show. But this week, Kelly Oubre takes a page from the book of nostalgia with this new colorway of the BB Shifts. Now, while the Galaxy trend probably died in 2016, that has not stopped Oubre from rocking this Galaxy-themed colorway, which features a Galaxy print upper, what looks like a glow-in-the-dark outsole, as well as black hits which round everything out. It's a pretty simple formula that was definitely overused a few years back, but now that we took a break from it, it's actually a nice change of pace, and at least the Galaxy print on the upper is bright and vibrant, which really help it pop, but let's just make sure that we don't overdo the Galaxy theme like we did in the past. Next up at number 8, we have PJ Tucker with the Nike KD4. PJ Tucker is the sneaker king. There's really no disputing that because he continually wears really rare sneakers of both new and old models, with this latest pair puzzling even me. The KD4 was one of the more prolific Kevin Durant signature models that Nike has ever put out, with a variety of really creative colorways, which helped me rank them as the best Kevin Durant sneaker of all time in my Every KD Sneaker Ranked video a few years back. But the pair that PJ is rocking here, I'm not too sure where they came from or what they're even inspired by. Now, it is entirely possible that this is just an ID colorway because the KD4s were on Nike ID and were one of the more popular silhouettes on the service. But I do know that Kevin Durant and PJ Tucker are kind of boys since they both went to Texas. So I'm thinking that this is a really rare colorway that I just can't quite put my finger on. So if you know what these are, your help would really be appreciated. But for now, they land at number 8 on this week's list. Coming in at number 7, we have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander with the Converse Prototype CX. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is having an absolutely monster season as he's been dominant on the court. And like my man Mars Blackman said, it's gotta be the shoes. The Prototype CX from Converse are one of my favorite sneakers of the season so far because I just think they look super unique and unlike anything out there on the floor. And this latest colorway is yet another awesome feather in its cap. This colorway uses a gradient fade across the entire silhouette, which helps it stand out from a distance. But honestly, the Prototype CXs don't need any help standing out, so this colorway is just gravy. Man, I just realized I didn't have any gravy during Thanksgiving. Idiot. Next up at number 6, we have D'Angelo Russell with a new leaning silhouette. All right, so here we have a new leaning silhouette, which leaning has so many models that I don't really know what these are or what the official name is, but with all that being said, these still caught my attention. Now, I did some research and these do kind of look like the All City 10s. However, there are a few differences between those and whatever D'Angelo is rocking. But at the end of the day, I think that this is a really clean silhouette with a low-cut design, a uniquely sculpted midsole, as well as an external heel cup, which adds some variety to the overall look. It also helps that this colorway is clean as hell with a white upper, pink and green accents, as well as a light yellow outsole, which all combine to make a really creative colorway that isn't used very often. But once again, I am asking for your guys' help on identifying what this silhouette is. So if you have any information, please drop it in the comment section below. Honestly, I'm nothing without the JAHRON mob, so you guys are the best. Next up at number 5, we have John Collins with the Adidas Adizero Rose 1.5 Resto Mod. All right, so the Rose 1.5 is a sneaker that I actually hold really close to my heart. I mean, they bring out a ton of memories for me. So you can only imagine my excitement when I saw John Collins rocking them during his game against the Sixers. Now, the pair that John Collins is rocking is actually a Resto Mod, which means that Adidas has made some slight upgrades from the original version. But don't get too excited because they basically only upgraded the cushioning, which is now Light Strike foam, which, don't get me wrong, is a big upgrade. But as far as materials or any other unique features, Adidas kept things pretty simple here and didn't make a lot of drastic changes, which could be a good thing or could be a disappointing thing depending on how you look at it. For me, I'm actually kind of cool with it because I think the Rose 1.5 is an absolutely beautiful looking silhouette. And back when Rose was doing his thing in the 1.5s, I mean, I wanted a pair of these so badly, but every shoe store in my hometown didn't carry them and they kept selling out online. So they were actually pretty hard to get a pair of the OGs and I never truly got to pick up a pair. So now I'm officially on the hunt for a pair of the Resto Mods and I cannot wait to slip my foot and experience all that nostalgia. Nothing beats nostalgia. You guys are mostly young now, but when you get older, you'll see what I'm talking about. Next up at number 4, we have CJ McCollum with the leaning CJ2. Now, CJ might be a little bit late with this Halloween themed colorway of his second signature model, but that still does not change the fact that the CJ2, it's just one good looking sneaker. Right off the rip, these use a white, black, and red colorway, which you guys already know I'm a huge fan of, but the switch up of materials on the leaning logo really give this colorway some depth, and the blood splatter and Friday the 13th tag on the medial side round out the overall horror theme. Sometimes you don't gotta go over the top with a theme to make an awesome colorway, and these are a perfect example of that. Sometimes a little bit of flavor can make the dish. Next up at number 3, we have Jaden Hardy with the Kobe 11 Elite. All right, so I know I cheated a little bit here because Jaden Hardy technically wore these in the G League and not the NBA. And I know the show isn't called G League Kicks, but the Kobe 11 is one of my all-time favorite Kobe sneakers. In fact, I have them ranked at number 2 on the best Kobe's of all time. And a big reason for that is because I had my highest scoring game ever in the Kobe 11. So you can see why I have Jaden Hardy ranked so high here. Nostalgia is just through the roof with these, but just as a standalone sneaker, I think the Kobe 11 is a fantastic looking silhouette, and this colorway that Hardy rocks is amazing as well, with a black to blue gradient fade, as well as a dragon-like scale print on the upper. Come on guys, I know they were rocked into G League, but I am the commissioner of NBA kicks, so I am allowing myself to put these on this week's list because the Kobe 11 Elite is just awesome. Coming in as our runner-up, we have Steph Curry with the Curry 10. All right, so here we have our first sneaker of the season, which is designed specifically in tandem with Nike City Edition uniforms. And as you would expect, the results are glorious. In my opinion, the Warriors have one of the best City Edition jerseys this year, with an incredible black to golden rose gradient fade, which actually represents femininity, friendship, optimism, and diversity, which is awesome. But Under Armour hooks Steph up with a matching colorway, which features the same color scheme as well as flower logo on the heel cup. I'm also a really big fan of the addition of light gray on the upper, since the Warriors have an alternate court which features the same color scheme. So overall, these are just a really cohesive package, and also just one of the better Curry 10 colorways that we've seen so far. Finally, at number 1, we have Zion Williamson with the Zion 2. Zion debuts the Voodoo Boys colorway of his second signature sneaker, which actually has a lot going on, so allow me to break it down. This colorway is inspired by a very significant part of New Orleans culture and the ways its people can connect with their spirits and ancestors. The Voodoo Boy theme features exposed stitches and a variety of materials, as well as a specialized logo on the heel, as well as a neutral base of colors, which all help mimic the look and feel of a real voodoo doll, which again is something that connects this sneaker to the culture and people of New Orleans. In my opinion, this is the type of colorway that really makes it a special edition colorway, because it really connects the consumer to something that it's familiar with in their community, and it really makes the consumer feel like the brand is listening to them and really representing them. So I gotta give Jordan Brand props for coming up with this Voodoo Boys colorway, but honestly, just as a standalone sneaker itself, this is one good looking colorway. And I gotta say that it makes the Zion 2 look even better than it already did. These days, you really can't wear on-court sneakers off of the court anymore, at least not like how it used to be. But if I saw somebody rock these off of the court, I would tell them nice kicks. And that's exactly why I'm putting them at number 1 as the best sneaker worn during week 3 and 4 and maybe even 5 of the 2022-23 season. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode, which if you did, hit that thumbs up button because it really helps me out. And remember guys, we're coming back with new episodes every single week of the season. No more breaks, no more holidays. I'm not doing it. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. My name's Jaron. It's great having you. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.